one of the most renowned artists of her generation, and her work still continues to influence a lot of artists today. In the 1960s and 70s, when art started to leave the confines of the gallery space, Joan started to make performances, video work. She worked in drawing, sound, and many other media, combining them very often and challenging the borders and boundaries of disciplines. And she still continues to do so today, and in this particular exhibition, Moving of the Land, she also challenges the boundaries between the discipline of art and science, or marine biology in particular. The exhibition consists in several videos, installations, some of which form part of the My New Theatre series that Joan started making in the 1990s. And like the videos, all of the other works are also newly commissioned work, and I will ask Joan to speak more specifically about their process. It's fantastic to be back with you in Venice 4 years after you represented the United States in the 56th Venice Biennale. And as Marcus already said, some of the young people you collaborated with form part again of this piece.
All of them.
All of them, yeah. Can you talk about what it means to return to Venice 4 years later with this exhibition?
Well, I love Venice. And when I was here before, I wanted to get a house here and stay. But it's a magical city, and it's a city of water. I think it's an appropriate, wonderfully appropriate place to present this work. And I have to say, not only am I returning to Venice with TBA 21, invited by TBA, I'm thrilled to work in this incredible church, this space. It's like the ocean, and it's very appropriate that it's so huge and ocean-like in itself. And then this began as a performance demonstration, and I've reshot all those shots from the performance, plus I began to work with David Gruber, the marine biologist, about a year ago. This has been going on, my piece, about 3 years, but a year ago, and that's added, for me, doing this piece, it's been an education for me, as well as for my audiences in the art world. We don't know very much about the ocean. It's like the big unknown, our unconscious, that we never explore. And so, for me, it's so important. I mean, I've learned about fish. I know they like to be petted, for instance. I mean, Sylvia knows that. I'm so in admiration of Sylvia. I'm so thrilled to be sitting next to her. And the fact that the whole time I was doing this, I thought I should be swimming underwater. I can't. But Sylvia has been underwater for how many hours? 7,000 or something like that.
More to come.
Okay, more to come. That's amazing. And so it means a lot to be back in Venice. And I made this piece, I designed it especially for that space. And for an artist to be given that chance is enormous. I'll just add that my audience, the art audience, also, when they see the work, they're moved by the work. And a lot of people come up to me and say, I don't know if I can eat fish anymore. And so.
You spent some weeks in Jamaica filming at the Alligator Head Foundation, which also forms part of the Academy's program there. Can you talk about where the videos were shot in Jamaica and in the other places?
Well, in Jamaica, two things happened. I arrived in a beautiful place, invited by Francesca and Marcus, and the water was very rough and we couldn't really go in swimming. And so I thought of interviewing the fishermen because of the area of, the protected area that Francesca has, that TBA has established. So the about 5 or 6 fishermen came, and some of them old, some of them young, and we interviewed them. I think the interview was about 2 hours long. It's just a small segment of it here. And that was very important to me, to include the Jamaicans and the way they speak. I wanted their voices to be included in this piece, so you can hear them if you listen carefully, but they're subtitles. And I brought a friend of mine, Cynthia Beat, who's a filmmaker, to film me swimming underwater. It was very important for me to have myself swimming underwater in this work. And so it was a very magical visit.
What about some of the other footage that you received from David Gruber and some that you filmed yourself?
I'll just say, a lot of people mix things up, but you can tell the difference between my footage and David's footage. David's footage, just the subject might be lit. The surrounding under the water, it's black and dark, right? And my footage is all like the dragonfish, you can see all the fake, or maybe it's real, corals around it. That is in an aquarium. I had to go to aquariums to record my footage. That's the only place I, as a non-diver, can record. David Gruber is a marine biologist who's invented his own cameras and lenses that record the bioluminescent or fluorescent, I never can remember, fluorescent, the fluorescent skins and surfaces of the fish that swim underwater. And that's a long story, of course. And so the footage that you see here that's biofluorescent or fluorescent, and there's a turtle shot. There's Myrtle the turtle that Sylvia immediately identified. Myrtle the turtle is in the New England Aquarium. Sylvia knows her, and you've swam with her. It's amazing. She's very big. But David's footage, you see a turtle swimming down, and then you see that same turtle, fluorescent shell. And so that's David's footage. So he's given me, I think what for me, one of the magical things of the piece is the footage that David's given me, and we become friends. And so now we have an exchange. And I have to say, thank you so much, TBA 21. I've never collaborated with a scientist before, even though I taught at MIT for 12 years. And so it's very special. And David's coming in May to see the work. He filmed my dog too, by the way. There's one shot of David on the beach, because he loves dogs. He loves all kinds of things. So we engaged the dog.